It's lots of work to live here. It's not for wimpies.
Not working, Dad.
Too cold out, maybe.
Lived up on the other side of town, which is only a quarter mile away or so, but during the winter you'd have to get totally dressed up and head out into the blizzard. It'd be pretty challenging just to get to church.
0 to -25 in the last couple weeks. So every time we go out, we're putting on our winter pants, our winter boots, our scarves, our hat, our parka, our gloves, our face masks, and if we're going to go by snow-go, we put our goggles on, and it's worth it when you go out.
And look, for 1 gallon of water is $9.09 if you want distilled water. You pay 99 cents at Walmart, maybe.
Alaska, they call the last frontier, and it is the last frontier. Basically live this distance lifestyle. We catch our fish, we pick our plants, we pick our berries.
The other churches are up north of us, and even though they're considered our close neighbors, they're still, 150, 200 miles away, and there's no airplanes that fly that direction, so we never visit those churches, and they never visit us. And telephones are a poor substitute for fellowship in my book. I don't get a whole lot out of a telephone conversation, so.
Arctic Barnabas exists to be able to bring encouragement to these pastors that are out here.
And they don't realize that when they get there, they're beset by the alcohol and the drugs and suicide. Life in Bush, Alaska is really hard.
The first wife that I met out in the village hadn't been out for 2 years and just struggling with depression, didn't even know it.
But she started talking the second we got off the plane. It was as if we were immediately her sisters. And throughout the next 2 days, she never stopped talking. I mean, we would have to go to bed at night, but she was still talking.
The isolation, the loneliness, the depression. As the sun sets here, the days are very short, the nights are long and cold.
It was really cool because later when she emailed me, she told us that time of us coming was her lifeline, and that she did not know how she would have made it through without that visit.
We try to focus on is making the house a home. Because of the harshness of the environment here, it just tears things apart. And you'll spend a considerable amount of time working and surviving and not being able to minister. So if we can take that away from the pastor, come alongside and say, we'll help you with those things so that you can focus on what it takes to build those relationships with those people in your church. In the process of doing the building we do, physically, we want to do that spiritual and relationship building as well. Our ministry family retreat, where once a year we can gather up as many of these families as want to come and bring them to another place and just minister to them and share the word and have a worship service that they're not responsible for.
What do these people need right now? I know of a family right now who's really trying to make decisions on, are we supposed to be here? Are we not supposed to be here?
We can fly out to these villages and have these face-to-face visits. It's one thing to be able to email and call, but to make a home visit in their own home, in their own village, says volumes that it's hard to even express.
I'll tell you, from the first time that they came, the construction work is kind of the thing that happens on the side. For me, it's the fellowship, it's sitting around the table at our meals and just joking and trading stories.
They call us, and I'm thankful for the family of God that cares like the artist Barnabas does.